Dear students, welcome back to one more video session with your English teacher. And this video, I'm going to discuss week 2 exercises for 10th class English students. And this is pertain to reading comprehension. I have provided 3 different exercises which are extracted from the lessons that were already covered by expert teachers through DD Saptagiri tele lessons in the previous weeks. Every paragraph has certain instructions. Please go through the instructions before you read the entire paragraph. What generally students do is they go through questions first. They read questions first, then search for the answer in the paragraph. That is called scanning, a type of reading which is termed as scanning. Scanning is a kind of reading where you know what you are searching for and you stop your reading when you find what you want to know, but that is not advisable. What is advisable is intensive reading. So in intensive reading, what you do is you pay attention to every single word and you try to understand the meaning of the sentence and the implied meanings, if any, which is expressed by the author or the poet. So it is advisable for the students of 10th class or higher standard students such as 8th, 9th, 10th to learn reading in this method, namely intrinsic method. So I advise all of you to read the paragraphs first. Here we go. The first paragraph. Before we go through paragraph, let us read the instruction. Read the text given below from the lesson Attitude is Altitude and answer the questions that follow. For the students' reference, for a better idea, I have provided page number from which the passages are extracted and the paragraph details are also provided. These 3 paragraphs or 4 paragraphs are extracted from page number 5 and their details are paragraph number 6 to 9. Those who have physical textbooks, if the size of the text is not that visible in this video, you can pause this video as I read and explain. You can listen to that, but for reading you can keep a physical textbook next to you and then go through or navigate yourself through the lines as I explain. That helps you better in case if your visibility is low. Fine. Now look at the paragraph 1. The challenges in our lives are there to strengthen our convictions. Challenges means difficulties. The difficulties in our lives are there to strengthen our convictions. Conviction means faith or belief. మన జీవితంలో వచ్చేటువంటి కష్టాలు మన మీద మనకున్నటువంటి నమ్మకాన్ని కానీ కొన్ని భావనలు కానీ బాగా బలపరుస్తాయి అనేటువంటి చెప్పడం జరిగింది. దే ఆర్ నాట్ దేర్ టు రన్ అస్ ఓవర్. దట్ మీన్స్ ద డిఫికల్టీస్ that may come in our life are not meant for dejecting us, disappointing us, or stopping us from going forward, said Nick. Who said all these words? These words are said by our hero Nick. In 1990, Nick won the Australian Young Citizen of the Year award for his bravery and perseverance. Bravery means courage, valor, for showing his courage, and then perseverance means sticking on to something and keep trying, being patient and being stubborn in doing something, accomplishing something or achieving something. Perseverance in Telugu is pattudala, that we already discussed in the glossary. Well, let's get to the second paragraph. And once I was in a car and a girl at traffic lights was giving me the eye. Here, giving me the eye, look at the phrase giving me the eye. This means looking at. So if you want others to look at you, you can use this phrase also. Give me your eye. That means not literally plucking their eye and giving it to you, but it does mean look at somebody looking. Well, she could only see my head, so I decided to do a 360 in a car seat to freak her out. So, playfully to frighten a girl who has got struck in a traffic and who is next to this Nick's car. Through the window, she could see only the face of the Nick, but Nick wants to playfully freak her out, so he wanted to perform a feat of rotating his body in 360 degrees. Can you do 360 degrees rotation when you sit in a car? It is not possible because of your height, whereas for him it is possible because he doesn't have his limbs. Her face was like, oh, what is going on? She sped off really quickly. When Nick rotated his body in 360 degrees, being in car seat, finding it a bit crazy and finding it a bit fearful, the girl, without waiting for the traffic lights to go green, she started riding a car and she went away. Well, why did he do this? It's for fun. It's not for any of the evil intentions. Well, Nick began traveling the world, and in the year 2008, he went to Hawaii and met surfing master Bethany Hamilton. Bethany Hamilton is a surfing master who is in Hawaii. When did Nick started traveling? Sorry, when did Nick start traveling? Nick started traveling in the year 2008. Well, where did he go? In the year 2008, he went to Hawaii. Whom he met at Hawaii? He met Bethany Hamilton. Who is Bethany Hamilton? She is the surfing master who had her arm bitten off by a shark when she was 12. Whose hand was bitten off by a shark? It was Bethany Hamilton's hand was bitten by a shark. When a shark bit Bethany Hamilton, what was her age? Her age was 12. Well, next paragraph. She was amazing, said Nick. That means she was brilliant. Though she doesn't have a hand, she was in a respectable position in society as a tutor. For that reason, Nick felt Bethany Hamilton was really amazing and outstanding in her career. Well, she taught me how to surf, and I was terrified at first. Nick got frightened when Bethany Hamilton took the first class how to surf. Surf means float on water with a surfing board. But once I got up there, it felt absolutely fantastic. Absolutely means completely. Absolutely fantastic. He felt thrilled when he started slowly accustoming to the surfing, and I caught some waves pretty well. So, in his initial classes itself, he showed some promise. He showed some promise. Nick quickly learned how to do the 360 degree spins on his board, a feat that caught him on the cover of Surfer magazine within 48 hours. Anybody who is special, anybody who is really great, only those pictures or those personalities pictures generally printed on the magazine covers. For what? For inspiration. That's kind of testimony, that's kind of appreciation towards the talent, towards their greatness. So here in this paragraph, through this paragraph, we come to know that a person having no hands, no legs, but learning the feat kind of surfing and learning it so quickly and able to surf like a normal man is an extraordinary feat. So acknowledging that, the Surfer magazine imprinted him when he is performing this surfing. Somebody snapped, and that got to Surfer magazine cover page. Well, no one has ever done that in the history of surfing, he said. He himself acknowledged that nobody did this feat ever. What is that feat? Rotating completely 360 degrees on a surfboard in the initial 2 days or first phase of learning. He said, but I have a very low center of gravity, so I have got pretty good balance. Due to not having legs, there is his body is of less weight, so he could perform that feat easily, is what Nick explained further. However, here are the questions. Let's get to the questions. What is the meaning of the word conviction? Question number one is this. Conviction has come in the very first line of the exercise. We already discussed the meaning of that during the time. If you didn't catch it, you can get back and play that particular part and listen to it. Who is I in the paragraph? The word I has appeared many times, and who is that I? You can easily get to know who is I if you carefully follow my video. Next, name the person who taught Nick how to surf in the lesson. Attitude is altitude. That means who is the surf master in the lesson? Is it Peter, Parker, Watson, or Bethany Hamilton? Who is it? Find out. Who was bitten by the shark in the story? Was it Nick, Peter, Bethany, or Henry? Who is it? Check it out. What is the meaning of the word terrified? The meaning terrified is discussed in the story. What is the meaning of it? Does it mean happy? Does it mean sad? Does it mean frightened or relaxed? The word terrified, you can see that in the paragraph number 4, the first line itself. I was so terrified. What is the meaning of it? Write answers for these 5 questions. Let's get to the next exercise. Exercise number 2. Instruction is read the text from the lesson. Every success story is a story of great failure, and answer the questions that follow. And this text in your textbook is in page number 16, and paragraphs extracted are from number 1 to 4 in that page. Let's get to the paragraph. Do you consider these people failures? They succeed in spite of problems, not in the absence of them. Well, the first 2 lines say, it started with a question. Do you consider these people failures? After explaining a bit of text about great personalities, how they became successful, how they faced failures, and this perhaps has come. So, do you consider these people failure who faced failure, who met with failures during the course of journey in life? Do you call them failures? They succeeded in spite of problems. You shouldn't call a person failure when he failed once, unless he stopped trying. If he continues to work on his failures and try to better himself day by day, year by year, month by month, don't call him failure. Well, they succeed in spite of problems. Problems are common for everybody these days in this world. Problems are there for everybody. They succeed in spite of problems. Having problems, if a person has a problems, that doesn't mean that he is a failure. Despite having problems, if he grow further, if he lays a step ahead or further, then call him not a failure, is the essence of the first 2 lines. But to the outside world, it appears as though they just got lucky. People who do not have problem, for the outsider, they feel that he must be lucky. Looking at some people who are great, who are rich, people think, let's say for example Ambani. Looking at him, people find him that he is so lucky man to get so rich, but he knows the kind of problems that he faced. One, the same fashion, Narayana Murthy, Sudhamurthy's husband, the head of the Infosys, one of the MNC games in the world, one really knows what kind of problems they face to become that great when you learn their story from the inside. So every person has a problem. Having problem is equal to failure. One must learn ways how to get over those problems. is what it is said. All success stories are stories of great failures. The only difference is that every time they failed, they bounced back. So, as I said earlier, all people who happen to be great, consider Sachin Tendulkar, consider Virat Kohli, every time they play, they don't make century. Sometimes they may be bowled when they were at 0. Sometimes they may be bowled when they were below 10. But they work hard. Every time they get defeated, every time they lose the game to the opponents, they take it seriously, and then they reconsider themselves, they reconstruct where they went wrong, and then they listen to their inner side and then come with a better of them. That's the reason why they could be able to reach the status of superheroes. So the same goes with you and me, for everybody. Problems may come, failures may come, but let us not stop when a failure comes, when we meet failure. Let's start thinking where we went wrong in doing something. Let's say, for example, in the exams, if you if you can't pass an exam, if you don't score 35, you seriously start thinking where did you go wrong, how others could secure 35, how could you not secure the same marks. So we are all born alike, so we must be also able to perform things alike. Only thing is, must realize our potential. So it is a great eye opener. The story itself is a great eye opener. So the only difference is that every time they failed, they bounced back. The losers, once they fail, they stop practicing or they stop learning. Whereas successful people, every time they meet failure, they attend to the nitty-gritties, the basics, where they went wrong. They adjust certain things to grow better. This is the only difference. This is called failing forward. The application of efforts to correct ourselves when we meet failure and then going ahead is said to be failing forward rather than backward. You learn and move forward, learn from your failure and keep moving. That's a best moral message for everybody. One must keep moving forward at any cost, whether it is through success or through failure. One must learn good things and then start going forward. In 1914, Thomas Edison, at the age of 67, lost his factory, which was worth a few $1,000,000, on fire. It had very little insurance. No longer a young man, Edison watched his lifetime effort go up in smoke and said, "There is great value in disaster. All our mistakes are burnt up." Who, how many people have this kind of attitude? See, after working so hard and then the money that he managed to pile up, all his assets, everything is burnt to ashes because of some fire accident, lost everything. If it is an ordinary man, people may commit suicide, or sometimes he may weep, cry, and then go bankrupt and start doing nothing. But what did he do? He said to himself, look at the exact term. Edison watched his lifetime effort go up in smoke and said, "There is a great value in disaster. All our mistakes are burnt up." So this is called optimism, asavadam. Though there is nothing, one must hope for something good is going to come, and one must try to grow and find ways to grow, explore ways to grow. This, the person who does this is called optimist. So you must be an optimist. Everybody must be an optimist. You shouldn't be a pessimist. Pessimist ante nirasavadi, optimist ante asavadi. There is a great value in disaster. All our mistakes are burnt up. Thank God we can start anew. మనం ఇంతకుముందు ఈ ప్రాసెస్లో 67 సంవత్సరాల్లో నేను చేసింది, సంపాదించింది, కూడా పెట్టింది మొత్తం కూడా బహుశా కొన్ని తప్పులు జరిగి ఉండొచ్చు. భగవంతుడు నాకు ఒక అవకాశం ఇచ్చాడు ఈ తప్పులన్నీ సరి చేసుకోవడానికి. ఎంతమందికి ఉంటుందండి ఈ విధంగా ఆలోచించే విధానం? దానికి ఉన్నది మొత్తం పోయిన తర్వాత కూడా అదే చెప్తున్నారు ఇంతకుముందు కూడా. In spite of the disaster, 3 weeks later, he invented the phonograph. What an attitude! So, attitude and ఏంటండి, the way one looks at life, the perception towards life, జీవితం పట్ల మనకున్నటువంటి ఆలోచన, దృక్కోణం అంటారు కదా. బిలో ఆర్ మోర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఆఫ్ ది ఫెయిల్యూర్స్ ఆఫ్ సక్సెస్ఫుల్ పీపుల్. ఇంకా ముగ్గురు గురించి చెప్పారండి ఇక్కడ. Thomas Edison failed approximately 10,000 times while he was working on the light bulb. Before Thomas Alva Edison invented and he had delivered the product to the world, he failed. My God, massive number, 10,000 times. But in your life, for doing anything, if you meet failure, this first attempt, the second attempt, the third attempt, what would you do? You generally give up. But this is a lesson for us: don't give up. And Henry Ford was broke at the age of 40. Lee Iacocca was fired by Henry Ford too at the age of 54. Are the other examples. It is not when you are young. Sometimes when we grow old also we might meet with failure. But age is no bar. It is attitude that matters, is what the learning point is. Now let's look at the questions. Answer the following true and false questions. Tick on the appropriate options. Here are 5 questions given. All successful people become successful in the absence of failures. If this sentence is true, with reference to the text given above, mark on true if the sentence is true according to the text. If it is not true, mark on false. Similarly, successful people do not bounce back every time they fail. Is it so? Please check it in the text given above. People who are successful learn and move forward after failure. Find out what it is, whether it is true or false. Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times while he invented light. Check it in the text and mark the right answer. Last question, question number 10. Henry Ford was broke at the age of 54. Well, these true and false questions can be easily jotted down. Only thing needed is your perseverance and your patience and your attentive listening. Hope you have all these 3. You can easily solve these questions. Let's get to the last exercise, exercise 3. Read the following text from the lesson, I will do it, and answer the following questions. Well, here we go. Let's get to the text. He stood there even after he could no longer see the train or the waving hands. Who is he here? This is extracted from I will do it. Those who go through I will do it, those who have already gone through I will do it, you can easily say who is he here. He in this paragraph refers to Narayana Murthy. When he was about to join in a college, he had his eyes at IITs, but because of his family's financial problems, he could not be able to make it. But his friends, when they were leaving him to study in college, when they were leaving for IITs, he went there, and this scene happened during that time. It was the June of 1962 in Mysore city. Which year? 1962. What was the month? It was June. Where it happened? It was happened in Mysore city. And monsoon had set in and it was getting dark. Monsoon means the time of rainy season. And generally during monsoon, it gets dark a bit early in the evening, around 5 or 5:30. So it had started to drizzle. What is the meaning of drizzle? Rain, a small rain. Yet he stood there motionless. Meaning of motionless is stand still. కదలిక లేకుండా చలించకుండా నుంచుని ఉన్నాడు అని అర్థం. He said to himself without anger or jealousy, all students from the IITs study well and do big things in life. Well, after having a desire to go to IIT, when he failed to go to IIT because of his family problems, he said to himself, being at railway station, then looking his friends going in train, all people who study in IITs must become great because that is a big college. There will be big professors, people learn easily and then they also grow great easily. That's the opinion of Narayana Murthy. But it is not the institution. Ultimately it is you and you alone who can change your life by hard work. వాట్ ఏ మెసేజ్. ఏం మెసేజ్ చెప్పారండి? మీరు ఎక్కడ చదివారు అనేది కాదండి, ఎలా చదివారు అనేదే మీరు గుర్తుంచుకోవాల్సినటువంటి ముఖ్య సమాచారం. There might be people who must be studying in corporate schools, who must be studying in a big reputed institutions. Is it true that everybody who is studying in all that big famous schools are getting equally famous? No. Is it so that all the students who are studying in local schools are not getting successful? The answer is also no. There are so many people who have studied in local schools in villages, have brought to great heights. Example is Narayana Murthy. So what is important? It is the work. What you do is important. If you are sincere in the work, then you definitely will be successful. Probably he was not aware that he was following the philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita. Your best friend is yourself and your worst enemy is yourself. Unknowingly, Narayana Murthy got to believe that the philosophy expressed by Gita, your best friend is yourself and your worst enemy is yourself. He was unknowingly following this doctrine, is what is said. Doctrine means principle, rule. Later he worked very hard and focused on one thing, never bothering about his personal life or comforts. Then slowly he realized that what he must be doing, what is that he could do. He could work hard wherever he is, wherever he studied. He realized at that point and started working very hard. He focused on one thing. మనం చాలా విషయాలు చేద్దామని చెప్పి ఒకే అన్ని విషయాలు మన దగ్గర తెచ్చుకుంటే ఏ విషయాన్ని మనం చేయలేం. సో మనం ఎలా చేయొచ్చండి, అలా డిఫికల్ట్గా ఫీల్ అయ్యే వాళ్ళు, మల్టీ టాస్కర్గా ఉండలేని వాళ్ళు ఉండాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. మల్టీ టాస్కింగ్ అనేది ఎట్ సేమ్ టైం చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. మీరు ఒక్క విషయాన్ని ఒక్కసారి మాత్రమే దాన్ని కంప్లీట్ అయ్యే వరకు పట్టుకోండి. అంటే ఒక 6 సబ్జెక్టులు ఉన్నాయి, అన్ని సబ్జెక్టులు ఒకే రోజు చదవాలి అని చెప్పి అనిపించడం అనేది సాధారణం. కానీ ఒక సబ్జెక్ట్ ఒక రోజు చొప్పున ఇది కంప్లీట్ చేసేయాలి అని చెప్పి పట్టుకుంటే కనుక మీకు ఏదైనా సరే ఈజీగా అవుతుంది. Well, he shared his wealth with others. He never used the help of any caste, community or political connections to go up in life. అతను తన లైఫ్లో ఎదగటానికి మన ప్రపంచం చూస్తూ ఉంటాం. మన చుట్టుపక్కల జనాల్ని, కొంతమంది మతాన్ని అడ్డబెడతారు, కొంతమంది పొలిటికల్ ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్సెస్ని వాడతారు, కొంతమంది కమ్యూనిటీ బేస్ చేసుకొని రకరకాలుగా వాళ్ళ స్వార్థం కోసం వాళ్ళ ఎదుగుదలకు ఉపయోగిస్తూ ఉంటారు. బట్ హియర్ Narayana Murthy is an exceptional person. He didn't use any of those influences, yet he got successful because of his hard work. A son of a school teacher showed other Indians it was possible to earn wealth legally and ethically. ఒక సాధారణ స్కూల్ మాస్టర్ యొక్క పిల్లవాడు నైతికంగా, నిజాయితీగా ఎలా డబ్బు సంపాదించవచ్చో, ఎలా ధనవంతులు అవ్వచ్చో చెప్పటం తన లైఫ్ ద్వారా జరిగింది అనేది దాని సారాంశం. హీ బిల్ట్ ఎ టీమ్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్ హూ వర్ ఈక్వలీ గుడ్. ఏ బర్డ్ ఆఫ్ సేమ్ ఫెదర్ ఫ్లాక్ టుగెదర్. అంటే ఒక జాతి పక్షులన్నీ ఒక దగ్గరకు వచ్చేటట్టు ఇతను వ్యక్తిత్వం పరంగా మంచివాడు. అలాంటి వ్యక్తిత్వం కలిగిన వాడు ఇంకా మిగతా మంచి వాళ్ళందరినీ ఒక టీమ్గా ఫామ్ చేశారు అనేది దానికి సారాంశం. ఎనీహౌ, ఇట్స్ బీయింగ్ టూ లేట్. లెట్స్ గెట్ టు ద క్వశ్చన్స్ క్విక్లీ. హూ ఈజ్ హీ ఇన్ ద అబౌవ్ టెక్స్ట్? హీ అనేది ఎవరు? మనం ఆల్రెడీ చర్చించుకున్నాం. హూ ఈజ్ ద ఆథర్ ఆఫ్ ది లెసన్? ఐ విల్ డూ ఇట్. యూ కెన్ చెక్ ఇట్ అట్ ద ఫ్యాగ్ ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ది రీడింగ్ ఎక్సర్సైజ్ ఇన్ ద టెక్స్ట్ బుక్. వాట్ ఈజ్ ద ఫాదర్ ఆఫ్ నారాయణ మూర్తి? ఇక్కడ చూడండి, హూ ఈజ్ ద ఫాదర్ ఆఫ్ నారాయణ మూర్తి అంటే అతని పేరు రాయాలి. వాట్ ఈజ్ ద ఫాదర్ ఆఫ్ నారాయణ మూర్తి అంటే అతను చేస్తున్నటువంటి పని కానీ అతని డెసిగ్నేషన్ కానీ రాయాల్సి వస్తుంది. Your best friend is yourself and your worst enemy is yourself. These philosophical lines are extracted from dash holy book. మీరు సరిగా గమనించినట్లయితే ఒక పవిత్ర గ్రంథం గురించి ఈ పారాగ్రాఫ్ చెప్పడం జరిగింది. యూ నీడ్ టు ఫైండ్ వాట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అండ్ రైట్ ఇట్. విచ్ మంత్ అండ్ ఇయర్ ఆర్ రిఫర్డ్ ఇన్ ద టెక్స్ట్? ఏ నెల ఏ సంవత్సరం గురించి మనకి ఈ పారాగ్రాఫ్లో చెప్పడం జరిగింది? దట్ ఈస్ ద లాస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్. Students, you have time till this Saturday, that means till second Saturday of this particular week. You can listen to this audio, you can read it again, but I don't want any one of you to mark wrong answers. Be patient. You need not upload answers immediately after you watch video. You take time, but my advice is you please put your 100% and then ask for the right answer. I think all of you can easily mark all right answers. Thank you.